Good afternoon. I'm Jerry Richmond from the University of Oregon. I apologize for not being able to be with you today as I'm giving a talk in Lima, Peru at almost the exact time as this presentation. So I'm here with you virtually, but I'm also with you in spirit because I really am excited about the fact that this symposium is being used to celebrate REU programs in chemistry, as I consider it one of the vital programs in our workforce development in this country. So with me today is Jeannie Basom, who is here from the University of Oregon, and she's going to fill you in on some of the details once I have finished telling you a little bit about the program. She is a critical element of our program, and that's why I have her here today. So this summer will be our 30th anniversary of REU programs at the University of Oregon. Interestingly, in the first year, because we are chemistry and physics, not just chemistry, a tradition that we have continued, we were actually funded with a special pot of chemistry because at that time they didn't quite know how to handle the interdisciplinary nature of a program. So how different things are today. Our program involves 10 to 12 undergraduates that we bring to the University of Oregon each summer, and they are from both chemistry and physics departments from around the country and from predominantly undergraduate institutions where they do not have the possibility of doing research. We are very interdisciplinary in the projects that they work in different faculty members' laboratory, which include biophysics, which includes material science, nanoscience, spectroscopy, optics, molecular assembly, and theoretical studies. So it provides an opportunity for students in both those disciplines to mix and mingle, and so some of the chemistry students work in physics laboratories, and some of the physics students work in chemistry laboratories. Over 300 students have been involved in our program over this time frame, and we're excited about the fact that most of these come from predominantly undergraduate institutions. 90% go on to graduate school. Over 50% have been female over all of these years, and this is particularly good because we have such a large physics component. And today we're up to 30% of our students are from underrepresented minority groups. So for me, it's been one of the most rewarding experiences of my career to be able to work with these undergraduates from all over the country, to learn from them while they learn from us. So reflecting on what I consider to be the most important elements of our program, I've identified three. The first aspect is that we have faculty that are terribly committed, or wonderfully committed, to the program. They devote a tremendous amount of time to their undergraduate students and really do a lot of care and feeding of these students and help mentor them beyond. I can't thank them enough. And we have more faculty interested in the students than we actually have students that come. The second is the university commitment that we have. The university has continued to contribute at no cost to the students, room and board, which means that the students can use their full stipends for themselves or their education or whatever they want to use it for, and not have to use it for room and board. The third component of the program, which is I think particularly important for R1 institutions and has been very important to me, is that the university also provides an administrative assistant to go along with the program, and that person is Jeannie Basom. I see my role as director of the REU program to do all the scientific aspects of the program, which includes being able to recruit students to the programs that are scientifically qualified or interested in being to the program, recruiting faculty and working with faculty at our institution, and matching their scientific interests with the scientific interests of the students coming in. Then to be able to monitor how their scientific projects are going throughout the summer to make sure they're on course, to match them up and watch them proceed. But sometimes, not all matches are made in heaven, so sometimes I need to step in and move some students around if the project is not working out for the two involved. And then also to be able to make sure that they can follow up with any type of scientific activities once they leave, whether it be a professional presentation at a meeting or something at their own institution. Jeannie's part, though, I see as equally important, and that is she is the resident mom, but she's more than just a mom. What she does is she helps these students get to Eugene, make certain that they get settled in the dorms, get settled in their laboratories, and she's always there to meet with them on a daily basis in case any problems arise. In fact, they often come to her with issues that they feel uncomfortable coming to me, but then if Jeannie feels they're important enough, she encourages them to come to me and then Jeannie will give me any heads up or problems down the road. So she's really important to the program, and I can't thank her enough. And so that's why I wanted to have her here to give her credit for all the work that she has done in the program. And so now I'm going to turn the rest of the presentation over to her to tell you about the program and also to highlight some of the really cool students that we've had over the years.
It was about 25 years ago. I do remember it quite well. It was actually a pretty exciting opportunity for me. At the time, I was attending a small state school in New Jersey, which did not have a graduate program or much of any opportunity to participate in really novel scientific research. So during the course of that summer, I think it was 1990, I not only got that opportunity to do some actual publishable research, but also became convinced that I could and I should go on to graduate school to earn a PhD. I was quite nervous about the idea of flying across the country from New Jersey to attend a program with a bunch of smart people that I had never met, as well as working in a lab alongside graduate students and postdocs that were so much more advanced in their understanding of physical chemistry. But nonetheless, that nervousness quickly melted away as I was embraced by and connected with the team at the University of Oregon. I'd say first and foremost, and as I already mentioned, that REU experience at the university convinced me to attend graduate school. And as you would imagine, this in turn had a profound effect on my career. I was not considering graduate school prior to attending this program.
Mostly, I remember it was the first time in my college experience that I was really given the freedom to go and explore something new. There was plenty of support, but that freedom to just go and explore and ask questions as they come to you and follow the data where it was leading was just completely novel for me as an undergrad. So it had a significant impact in a couple of ways. One, when I was going through the program, I was a physics undergrad, but it was a collaborative project that involved the chemistry department as well. And I eventually ended up changing my focus, going into material science as a physical chemist for my PhD work. And then because of the applied nature of the research, I really enjoyed that, and that helped me to make the decision to go into industry rather than academia.
Jerry's group was amazing. They took me in and made me part of the group and, treated me like the little sister. I worked with Jean Robinson and Rosie Georgiadis. They were both postdocs at that time. They taught me not just about the research that they were doing, but they also taught me just a lot of stuff. They were really, really good mentors, really great positive influences. They took me down to the machine shop and taught me how to use a lathe and all these big pieces of equipment that I never thought I would have learned how to use. We did social things together, too. I remember I went whitewater rafting with some of the group members, and that was a lot of fun. And the whole group dynamic was just really positive. They were like a big family, and that's got a lot to do with Jerry. That's just how she is. It was an incredibly positive experience. I wouldn't have gone to graduate school. I know I wouldn't have gone to graduate school without it, because I still was uncertain after I finished my undergraduate whether I wanted to go to grad school or not. And then actually I met my husband. He's my husband now. He was a graduate student there, and we met, and he helped convince me, along with Jerry and also Kathy Page at the U of O, to enter graduate school and just push my way through it, and I did it.
So when the opportunity came up to be the program director for the REU program at Northeastern, I definitely jumped on that opportunity. I would say that, there is surely a connection between my experience as an REU student and now being the program director of the REU program at Northeastern. But additionally, I'll add to that, sort of, I guess, trying to pay it forward. Definitely, I still tell students in our program about my experience at the University of Oregon. So it tells you something about, the importance and the impact that this program has had on my career and still is having.